up. And what is different about this one today compared to the ones we did yesterday?
It's not straight in direction.
Yeah, you don't have exactly north or south or exactly east or west. It says that the bearing from B to A is south 20 degrees east. So does that mean I'm standing at B or does that mean I'm standing at A? The bearing from B to A is south 20 degrees east. Am I at B or am I at A?
B.
I'm at B because it's from B to A. So that's where I am. And if I draw my little compass here, it says that from the south line, I turn 20 degrees to the east. So this little turn right there is 20 degrees. That little turn is 20 degrees. This whole angle is 65, so what's going to be this part of the angle?
45.
45. And all of a sudden, we've got enough to start building and kind of moving. So I'm going to put in the rest of my compass pieces here.
Not what it was.
Probably gonna be like
We got some stuff written down. What's the next angle you want to find?
Good question.
Do you think we want to focus on the angles around A, B, or C?
C.
B.
A.
The correct answer is B, and the reason why is because you need two angles here, and over at A you need multiple angles there. But at B, you know this. If I mark off this as 90 degrees, okay, you have one part of it is already 45, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the other part?
45.
And now we can kind of go to work and start to figure out some other pieces. We've got this big triangle here. We've got 45 and 90. That's going to make this 45. Now we've got this angle right here in red. That's going to make 90. So I got 45, 35, and 10. It's all right. We applaud the boldness to answer.
Incorrectly.
Yeah.
The suspension. And it's on video too, so this is not an academic highlight reel.
Yes, Mr. Gins.
My Greek professor, every day of class, we would walk to the board and we would have to translate, not from Greek into English, but we'd have to take English ones and put them into Greek. And average ACT score at school, 20, 28, okay? So it's not like people weren't very smart. Not a single time did anybody get one of the problems right. Not once the whole semester. He told some other teachers that he would have us do this. He said, you can't have kids do that. They'll never get it right. It's like, that's the whole point. They have to get used to getting things wrong. Without doubt. So thank you for being wrong.
Anytime.
All right. If this is 20, what's that?
70.
70. Excellent. Look at that. There you go. Yeah. So if that's 70, then this is 20 right there. Now, this is where I start to lose a little bit people first hour. So I got 20 there and I got 80. So people are like, well, that makes 100. You're going to say, okay, so let's see the problem here. That it's not like that, folks. It's, if you look at it, when we're talking about the 80-degree angle, the 80-degree angle is made up of the blue. You see that? So this part of the 80-degree angle is 70. This part of the 80-degree angle is 10. Get my point?
Yeah.
Those really aren't that important, but that's something that people were noticing. What I want to do is figure out this last angle here. If I've got 90 and I've got 10, what does this make this angle right up here? Yeah, that's 80 right there. So you can see, you got to be careful with your drawing when you get some of these small angles. It's a little bit tougher, isn't it?
It's like throwing me off because it's not like flat, I guess.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, without a doubt. Now I'll try to give you one test where it's a little bit more crooked, so you got a little bit more space. It looks more reasonable, but that's a little bit tough. So we're going to start ourselves right at B, and we're going to go to A. That one's already marked out for us as south 20 degrees east. South 20 degrees to the east. And first and second and third hour said that they thought I should teach it like this. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to do the directional bearing followed by the numerical bearing right away to connect the two. They said that was helpful for them. So south 20 degrees east. So south, how many degrees is south? Somewhere between 0 and 360. 180, right? So from 180, do we go 20 past or 20 back?
Back.
20 back, so it'll be 160. So south 20 degrees east is the directional bearing, and 160 degrees east, or 160 degrees is the numerical bearing. I'm going to go now from B to C. General direction, get from B to C.
Southwest.
Southwest. From south, how many degrees do you turn to the west?
45.
45. See, that 65 degree angle is made up of the 20 and the 45, so we turn 45 degrees to the west. So south is 180. Do we do 180 minus 45 or plus 45? And you get that 225 degrees. Where do you want to go now? Do you want to go to C or to A? Ty, where do you want to go? What if you did know? A? Sounds good. If we go over here to A, what's the general direction get from A to B?
Northwest.
So A to B is northwest. From north, we turn how many degrees to the west?
20.
20. So is that 0 plus 20 or 360 minus 20? 360 minus 20 is 340. Good job. I'm still at A, so I'm going to go to C. What's the general direction get from A to C?
Southwest.
Southwest. So this is my south line right here. So from south, I'm going to turn how many degrees to the west? 80. So south is 180. Is that 180 minus 80 or 180 plus 80? So I get 260 degrees. Ty, where do you want to go now? Let's go to C. General direction to get from C to B is northeast. From north, you turned 45 degrees to the east, which is obviously 45 degrees. And C to A, so from the north line, I turn over to A. We know that that's a northeast direction. And how many degrees did I turn to the east there? 80 degrees, which is an 80-degree bearing. Once again, we glance here, we can see that 340 and 160, that they differ by 180 degrees. 225 and 45 differ by 180 degrees, and 260 and 80 differ by 180 degrees. You can see that these match up as direct opposites. We can be confident our answer is most likely correct. We did not make a mistake. Way to go. You are super smart. Ty, somebody asked me today if I could solve a Rubik's Cube. I said no, but I know somebody who can. So don't be freaked out if somebody starts tracking you down. All right, take out your assignment. Please look at problem number 7. I want to make sure that people are setting it up correctly. You are set to complete the rest of this. You're going to get a lot of time to work.
You have like rollers?
Not straight enough?
No.
Oh, for you?
Yes.
I might have a ruler if you want one.
You're crazy. You're tough to crazy.
No, I'm
That's it. I'm telling you.
Hey, I still have your cookie container in my
Yeah, I know.
car.
It's actually making me kind of mad.
I don't want to give it to you.
Because when I'm looking for my Tupperware, I can't find it.
I don't ever see it, so I'm not giving your cookie Tupperware into the store.
Why not?
Would you like me to?
It says C is at a 40-degree bearing from B. C is at a 40-degree bearing from B. I want to make sure that you understand what that means.
Because
Don't get the
If my compass is set up like this, where this is 0, and this is 90, this is 180, and this is 270, and 360 is all the way around, as I look to set up my first problem, can somebody estimate for me what is approximately the bearing from C to B?
200.
Yeah, sure, 200, somewhere between 180 and 270, right? So if the bearing is 40, notice there's no north or east or south or west on that bearing, is there? That's just a numerical bearing. So, if I'm standing at B, does that look like it'd be about 40 degrees?
No.
Sure enough. Yeah, so as you set it up, we're going to set ourselves right here, where that is our compass. And the bearing to get from B to C, that is 40 degrees. And that should be able to take you from there and help you out. Okay, so that's the general idea. You guys can go ahead and work. I'm going to come around and answer questions.